Hello and welcome back. This is my commentary of the best race I felt like I had at Brands Hatch. This is actually the third race out of 4 and wasn't my best race in terms of where I finished, but it was my best race in how I felt like I raced. I felt like I was really getting into the groove of things. So I was revving the bike quite hard there. That was because it felt like it wanted to cut out on the warm-up lap, and if you've watched the full video you'll know more about that, but I'll explain things as I go along. So now we're just warming up on the grid, or we've done our warm-up lap rather. We're lined up on the grid, waiting for the lights to come on and then go off. You'll see a couple of gaps on the grid, that's because people were missing for various reasons. But the lights go out, we're away. Get a pretty good start. That chap there goes absolutely flying past me in the vest, but I've done one rider, or maybe 2 riders I think, off the start. Go for the outside line. There's another one. Picked up another place. Try and go around the outside of 2-1-2 here, but don't carry the pace. He's got a better line, so we're away. And then as we go up here, I brake, go into it, and it was when I go to pick up the throttle, you might just hear it. Bike bogs down, so I pulled out to the exit, just trying to avoid, there's 3, 4, 5 people going past me. Bike cleared its throat again, so I started to get back on with things, but lost a little bit of pace and a little bit nervous. I think I get overtaken again here. Yeah, it's 1, maybe 2 go past me here, I think. So I've lost about 6, 7 places. That's my mate Daz there, Daryl Harker going past. We have a good little battle for a second, but over on this opening lap, I think I lost about 4 or 5 seconds overall with that issue compared to what I was usually doing on the opening laps. So I've got a lot of work to do. Now, what did I say, 6 positions down maybe. Just have to get my head down, really focus now, because I didn't care if I crashed basically. So this is where the pace restarted to hot up. So up the inside of Daz there, he had a crash I think in free practice on the Friday, so he was a little bit nervous at Paddock Hill Bend, so managed to carry more pace in. Heading up to Druids, get a good line, catch this guy. Don't fully commit to the outside, but try and get a good exit. Could have carried a bit more pace there. Bit of a shame that I didn't, being a little bit of a wetty, but again, get round the outside. No, not quite enough. I'm carrying more pace. I'm just getting impatient here, making silly mistakes. Look at how big a gap he's got on me there. Silly, really. Should have bided my time a little bit better. But going in now towards Clearways. Again, catching. I'm just trying to get a really good exit here. Looking to pick the bike up, get on the throttle early, and get a good run. My bike has decent power. It's not the fastest on the grid, but certainly not the slowest. So try and get a good run, get in his slipstream. I know I'm strong into Paddock Hill Bend. Not sure if I can make the pass this time. Looking. Go to the outside and cut across him. Managed to get the move done. Bit of a bold move, but like I said, I was strong and confident into Paddock Hill Bend, so that was good way to race. See a wave yellow there. Know that someone's crashed, just roll out of it slightly. So that's potentially another place I picked up. So now we're 3 places ahead after dropping 6 or 7 places, something like that. It's Graham Hill Bend, not my strongest area, I must admit. But now I've got a bit of clear air. I'm just trying to get into a rhythm, tick the laps off, try and build up a bit of pace. I think it isn't till sort of lap 7 or 8 that I start getting a really good pace on, but reeling people in slowly, just trying to nibble back every corner, just try and catch the man ahead a little bit, get a good run out of there, really good slipstream, know the pass is on for Paddock Hill Bend. Got it done, but now we've got a really big clear bit of air. Good run into Paddock Hill Bend, good line, probably one of the best times that I did that. And now again heading up to Druids Hairpin. You can see how big a gap we've got to the next rider. Got all this time to make up. So now I think we've got a couple of laps of clear air, but you'll just see how big a difference. Look at the difference or how much gap we've got. It's probably a couple of seconds, I would have thought. So fair gap to make up, but there's a group of 3 guys battling there, I think. So they're slowing themselves down by trying to make moves. I can just keep my head down, try and hit my markers lap after lap, just try and slowly reel them in. So watch as we go over the line this lap, and try and take a mental note of the distance between me and the back rider there, and as we come around the next lap we'll see if it's closed up a little bit or not. So yeah, they've still got a big gap. Again, I'm just trying to really be neat and tidy, not make any mistakes, carry good corner speed. Could have been a bit closer to the apex that time, but picked it up, not so bad. Right, brake hard and late, tip it in, trail braking in, off the brakes, pick up the throttle. Could have picked it up a little bit sooner perhaps, but not a bad run through there. You can see that white chalk dust, somebody had dropped oil down on there on an early Sunday morning, so it's a bit iffy having to cross that while you're hard on the brakes, but it is what it is. It was the same for everyone else, so not too much to worry about. It seemed like I backed off a little bit there on the left. Now coming into clearways again, just trying to hit my markers. That's it, keep a good line through there, get a good run, power on early, everything tucked in, elbows tucked in, head tucked in, just chuck gears at it. You can hear it dropped out of gear there slightly. I think I didn't get it properly. Yeah, maybe a false neutral, just slipped out of gears, had to go back in as the revs rose. Lost probably a couple of tenths on that lap maybe. Again, a little bit wide going into Paddock Hill Bend there, could have carried a bit more speed. The gap hasn't come down massively to the group in front, but we've still got quite a few laps to go. I think we're about half race distance. They're still battling. All the while they're battling, it's slowing them down, just making them come back to me a little bit. Good line through there. Graham Hill Bend, that's it. Pick the bike up. They're a little bit closer than they were, so that's giving me motivation now. I know that, again, just got to hit my lines, really be neat and tidy. Good line. Get on the brakes, trail braking in again. Just about off the brakes, on the roll, rolling it on. Keep winding it on, winding it on, winding it on. They're definitely closer this time, so I know they're coming back to me. This is great motivation. Every time they look a little bit closer, just spurs you on to brake a little bit later, carry a bit more corner speed, get on the throttle a little bit earlier, because I know they're coming back to me. I know I can have a race with these guys now. Tipping into Paddock Hill Bend, good line through there, still a couple of feet away from the apex maybe, could have been a little bit better, but not too much to worry about there, not too much to have lost. Again, now they're really battling, it's really giving me motivation to catch up with them. You can see they're coming back. And now look at that couple of second gap now is probably only about half a second. I've worked hard over the last 3 laps or so to really bring that down. Again, just got to be neat, not make any mistakes. Good line through there again on the white line. Again, trail braking in, pick up the throttle there we go, and now wind it on. You can see the bike moving around ever so slightly just as you get on the gas hard while you're leant over. Bear in mind this is only a 50-52 horsepower bike, it's not very powerful but it still moves around a little bit. Probably have the shocks set a little bit soft, truth be told, but I didn't learn that until I went to Cadwell Park a couple of months after this, so there we go, look, really on for a race now. I've caught them up, there's only a tenth or two in it. Go to the outside, a little bit silly really. Going to lose myself some time, got to roll out of it, cut back, try and get a good run now down to Graham Hill Bend. I know where I'm strong, I know where they're not so strong, so I'm just trying to keep it neat and tidy, carry the corner speed through, get on the throttle, good line. I know I can have a go now, so just lining them up. Trying to think about where to pass, thinking about a clearways pass maybe, or getting a good run out of clearways onto the main straight to carry the speed into Paddock Hill Bend. So again, just being really neat and tidy, trying to pick the throttle up early, get a good slipstream rather, get a good drive out of there. You can see that chap's bike on a weight moving about. Not got the best slipstream, so I'm off to the side, but I know I'm strong into Paddock Hill Bend, so gonna brake as late as I dare. That's it, on the brakes, tipping in, and we're past him. That's him done. Now we're on to the next one. They've broken the gap a little bit, so just trying to work out how quickly I can pass this chap again, try and go to the outside of Druids. Probably not the move because I'm not brave enough to carry the speed around there, a bit silly really, again wasting time for myself, but again know where I'm strong. Into Graham Hill Bend, get a good line, good drive out of it, because these guys really get a good drive. You can see how much he gapped me there, just off the corner, just a couple of bike lengths added quite easily. So same again, good line through here, carry the speed into clearways, trail braking in, off the brakes, try and get on the power as soon as possible. You can see he's slowed up in the mid corner, I've gained a little bit, but as he comes out of the corner, again, just powers away slightly, but now going to have a little bit of slipstream effect. Now really getting in that slipstream, really tucked in, elbows in, head down, everything to be done. He's not quite as low as he could have been, up the inside, nice and easily done. Now, bit of a gap to catch this guy, and I know this other chap isn't afraid of a little bit of a race and bar banging, so I have to make sure that hit all my markers again, brake late. You can see this chap ahead of me, there's two vests, so one of these is a back marker, one is racing for position. So the back marker there, just catch him probably at the wrong time, decide to go around the outside, hesitate a little bit, slowed me down just a touch onto the curb, and now, there we go. I think that's Mark Dickinson, I think his name is, and the back marker, a bit braver than me there, but not quite enough to hold me off, so go round the outside, lost a little bit of time, this is a bit of a shame, and now we go into the final corner. For the final time, I think this is, we're heading up to the line now. Could have finished another position ahead, I think I finished P17 overall, and could have been a P16, slightly of a shame, and there's checker flag, yeah. Bit of a shame where I could have caught the back marker in a different section perhaps, but that's racing, that's how it goes. It was a good race overall. I think my best time that race was a 59.2. Yeah, did 2 laps of, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 laps of 59 seconds. I'll put the time up anyway, so good racing, all sub-minute laps. Rode pretty hard. Like I say, wasn't my best finish, but certainly the best racecraft that I've had. Really pushed me out of my comfort zone to, yeah, brake late, chase people down, not give up, and yeah, only finished 1 position ahead of my grid position, but like I say, probably some of the best racing I've done.